Hello everyone, this is Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher. I'm back for another Flosstube update. It has been 2 weeks since my last video, and that is just life. It's really crazy around here getting ready for school, and I've been sewing up a storm in here in my workshop and just stitching and enjoying the last few bits of summer. So probably from here on out, we'll go back to bi-weekly videos. It's just more manageable for me once school starts and dance starts and all the things. But I think I can maintain bi-weekly pretty easily. Every week when I've got all the rest of that stuff just gets to be a bit much. So that being said, I have a finish and I have a lot of whips, and I've got 2 new starts, and I do have new bags that I'll be showing at the very end that I'll be posting this week, so you can get a preview of what's going to be posted. So I will start with my finish first, and that it's even ironed. You guys, I ironed it, and that is Birds of a Feather from Blackbird Designs. I stitched this with the Vicky Clayton silk conversion on 40 count vintage pecan butter from Lakeside Linens. And I started this with Bernadette burn stitches at Stitch West in April this past spring. So it didn't take very long to finish. There were some dense pieces for sure. This pot, I don't know, maybe it doesn't look so huge, but like that's full coverage, and it was a lot of color changes. The birds were really big, and the lollipop flowers obviously were really big. I did chain stitches for the first time around the middle flower. Has 3 rows of chain stitching. They were fun to do, but you can't, it's hard to unpick if you make a mistake, because it's chain stitch. When you try to unpick one, it just goes and starts unraveling all the ones that you've done. So that was a bit frustrating, but it's done. I think it's beautiful. I can't wait to get this one framed. I didn't put my initials or the date or anything in this. Where even is the letter J? The letter J is so tiny up in this corner. I just didn't even think about it. I loved this fabric. I loved the silk. This was just a really great project all around. I think I'm going to bring this one and Feast of Friendship into Hobby Lobby to see what a frame for these would be, because they're both such odd shapes. I don't have frames that fit. So we'll see what Hobby Lobby's pricing is like compared to Michael's. I know they do 50% off quite often, and I'll probably just do the pinning myself and just have the frame done by them. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get this one put in a frame soon. It's so beautiful. I'm really happy with it. There's something about these silks that the stitches just lay. Let's see if I can get it close up. The stitches just lay so nicely, even after ironing. They don't get smashed. I mean, obviously I'm not holding down the iron right on top of the stitching, but they're really nice. So there it is, big finish. Again, as usual, no particular order. I'm just going to grab projects that I worked on. This project I worked on for a few days. It is, come out, Hello Halloween from Therese Kogut. And I know I showed this in my last video, but I was in the process of working on this one in my last video, so I'll just show where I ended up stopping. I realized that I never actually said what this fabric was in the last video either. So it is stitched on 40 count Dead Sea Scroll from Seraphim Fabrics. Dead Sea Scroll. So there's like a fold line right over top. So my goal was to finish the top all the way across, but I did 2 of those cats on the top and I was like, I'm done. They're so dense, these little kitties. So I did finish the girl pumpkin and her basket and the bird between them and these flowers. And I finished 2 cats, 3 cats actually. And I was like, I'm good for now. So this is where this one is. It's super cute. I did realize I also wasted a ton of fabric where I started this one. I could have, I don't know, started a bit higher, I guess, but it's all right. Oh, geez. Okay. Another whip I worked on. This one's on my iPad. Okay. This one is a study in nature. Sorry, I hope you can see that good. I'm stitching this on 40 count light nougat from X Jude Designs with the Vicki Clayton silk conversion. Microbiologist Makes just finished hers. Oh, and it's so pretty. It really inspired me to pull mine out when I saw hers. So this is where I got to. I did a lot in the top wing. Basically the white, all that center, and then all this basically is new. I've made it to the top. This is the top of the wing right here, and it just comes down from here, but there's like another set of these little flowers up top. I just didn't want to count so far to get to them. This is what it's looking like right now. When I hold it back, you can kind of see the pinkish undertone of this brown. I think it just looks really nice with these colors. It's so pretty. Again, the Vicki silks on 40 count. Oh, I don't know what it is about them. If you could see it in person, maybe. Like the stitches just lay so nicely. I love it. Okay, another whip I worked on. Oh, this is also a picture. Was Blackbird Designs Moon Garden. Borrowing this chart, so let's put away, from my friend Amy, X Stitching and Adventures. And this is being stitched on 36 count. It's the called for 36 count 18th century rook. I made some good progress on this one. So I'm officially slightly more than halfway. I started on the big giant flower in the center. I got one flower done, but that vine is really big, the stem of it. But I got all the alphabet done. And this border is done. It stops up here. There's like a little motif up here. And then it resumes just a little bit. So I don't have too much to go to get to the top. I have to work on this one in the daytime. So it kind of limits how much I can get done on it and then how much I can stand doing. I'm like, it's all yellow right now. I swear, it's just so much yellow. I was stitching so much yellow for like 2 days. I was like, I'm good on yellow. I'm good on yellow for a bit. But I am happy that I got some more progress. This purple is so pretty. I love when the purple gets to come out. It's called Cleopatra from a Color and Cotton. Look at the old tag style from when I was in the club like a million years ago. Okay. My last whips are new starts. And I put my book away. I always do this. I've shown it before. I had kitted up, so now I just have my pictures of the actual pattern because I don't like to keep the books out. They're really bulky. Well, not bulky, but they're in the way. I don't need it. So I'm stitching First Winds of Autumn from my Blackbird Designs. I think it's the First Winds of Autumn book. I kitted this up a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And my friend Amy came over on Tuesday last week for a Stitchy day. We were supposed to go to the lake, but it was like the high was 75 and that's too cold. That's too cold to be swimming. So she came over to stitch instead. And I was like, I have to have a new start, obviously. So I started that one, First Winds of Autumn, and I'm stitching it on 36 count Colonial Parchment from Fabrics by Stephanie. And I'm using my own thread conversion. I think I've got 4 of the called for colors, and the rest are all from my stash. And I'm loving the way that it's turning out. It's so cute. I am to the big giant massive crow. I'm avoiding it. I was doing all the teeny tiny little things before I got to the big crow, but it's so cute and I've had so much fun stitching this pattern. It's really getting me in the fall mood, fall spirits, even though I'm still trying to get every last drop out of summer. I am missing a color, I realized. What color is it that I'm missing? Sweet Potato. I thought I had Sweet Potato, but I must have pulled it for another project. So I will have to get some of that, but I love the way this is looking. I'm not going to finish it in the strawberry. I think I'm just going to frame it. Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts finished this, oh my gosh, a few months ago, and she framed it, and I love the way that it turned out framed. So I will be doing that as well. The colors turned out so good. When it's back, you can just see it so much better. Love it. Oh, I had a question about my Clover fabric holders. They're like a magnetic fabric holder. I got these from an Instagram page called Aggie Works, AGIWORKS. She is based in Russia and she does a lot of these little woodworking things. I don't know how the shipping is going from Russia right at this moment. I got these Clover things years ago. The last thing that I had gotten from her was in April, I think. April or May. And it took a really, really, really long time to get here. And that was before, I don't know, it feels like there's been, you know, some progress in what's happening over there. So I'm not sure how the shipping is going right now, but you can message her on Instagram and she's very responsive and she's very sweet. Okay, and my last new start, we went to my mother-in-law's house on Saturday, I think, last weekend, and her house is most of the time pretty Americana theme, but especially in the summer. So she had all of her patriotic stitching and things out, and there was one she had out that I don't remember seeing before in her house, and I just kept going back to look at it because it was so cute. And it is Little House Needleworks America, and so it looks like this, and it was so cute. I think hers was stitched on like a 32 count maybe with 2 threads. So I got home and the next day immediately started it. It's just DMC, so it was really easy to kit up. And I'm stitching it shepherd's bush style. So 1 strand of thread over 2 fabric threads on 32 count. Oh, and this is a fabric that I was given from Bernadette. She gave it to me for my birthday, or maybe it was Christmas. I think it was my birthday last year though. It's a Nicholas Flamel, and there was no color name for it, but it came in a little pack of 4 small cuts, and it's like a really pretty, like brownish. It's so pretty. So this is what it looks like right now. I started it and I just could not stop stitching on it. It's so cute, and it's just really, it's really satisfying one to stitch on. What does everyone think of this coverage? When I'm stitching on it and it's, you know, this close to me and I have my bright light shining down on it, I'm like, yikes, can you even see this house? Can you even see that fence? And then when I hold it in the camera or like stand back from it, like it looks great. I might still use the roof color. Leah Noel, Rhubarb Patch Studio is her YouTube name. She suggested for my, which project was it? For my Stacy Nash, the Christmas house one that I'm having trouble with the house blending on the fabric. See, she suggested using the roof color as like a little outline on the house. And I just thought it was so genius. So I might do that with this one just to give it a bit more, just to stand off a bit more. I really love in this pattern how the plant comes down in front of the flag and the flag's kind of like folded around it. I think it's really cute. I thought I was done with Americana this summer, but apparently I wasn't. That's okay. Oh, I did get a question about my needle minders. Someone wanted to know where I had get all of my little needle minders. This is a flamingo toes. Most of my needle minders are flamingo toes, or caterpillar cross stitch. I just love these flat enamel minders. My flat wooden ones are, most of the time, the ones that you see are Clay by Kim, her wooden ones that she's been painting. So there we go. So that's my last new start. And I think it's really, really cute. It might be one I even leave up all year. And that's all of my projects over the last 2 weeks. I do have another one that I finished. Finally finished. It's taken me all summer to finish it, but you can't see it yet. It is a gift that I'll be gifting to my friend. We're exchanging at Acorns, so I will make like a little video showing what it is before I leave, and it's out of my custody. It's really, really cute. So I'll make sure to show that. So that was some of my other stitching was, you just can't see it. So I don't have any PDF. I don't have any PDF haul clothes. Haul. I don't really have any. I do have a Stitchy Kindness. Amy, when she came over to stitch, she had gone to the retreat in Boise put on by Maggie's on Maine. It's a stitch shop up there. And she had made scissor fobs for her table gifts, and she brought me one. They're like a little river rock theme scissor fob. It's really cute. I love green, earth tones. I thought it was really cute. And then I guess this is considered haul. So I have shown you my folios that I bought from Diane, the Beehive Stitcher, at Stitch West in April. And there was only one of the Teresa Kogut folios that was the Hop Hop Hooray fabric, the bunny fabric, and I missed that one. And so I had emailed her after and asking if she had more fabric to make another one, and she sweetly said yes. And she also so kindly made me some folios out of my like scrap fabric. So when I make bags, sometimes I'm left with like odd shaped pieces that I can't do anything with, but they're like quite large, but like what am I gonna do with, you know, this much of, you know, a random fabric? So I've just been kind of collecting them. And I asked if she would make folios for me out of these scraps, and she did. And she went on a vacation and she had a great, wonderful summer. And so it took a bit because this was, oh gosh, this was a long time ago, May time. That was totally fine with that. Don't need them immediately, but they all came. She mailed them to me and they all came, and they're so good. I have to show you. I cannot wait to see her again in October. She's such a sweet person, and I can't wait to see her again and see what she's got on her table again for October. So I just want to show off her work because they're so cute. So if you remember earlier this summer, I had made bags out of this teacup fabric. And so she just used all of like some scraps, my other scraps. Like I had a scrap left of this bag fabric, and then the inside is like the inside I used for the teacups, and then the bees is the inside that I used for the cake bags. Oh, they're amazing. I screamed. They made me so happy when they came in the mail. So I'm going to show off the others too. So I have done a million of these Sewing Notions bags this summer. And then this was leftover from bags I'd made Stitch West like a year ago. And the inside is the scissors that I use. And then this is just like a bunch of white I had random. And this is full of like 2-start projects, except Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom is in there. So I have a Notions folio. It's just so nice to be able to have some of these weird size cuts used up in a useful way. And she did make me a bunny folio. So I've got the Teresa Kogut Hop Hop Hooray folio. These are my projects I'm taking to Acorns. Look at the zipper. So cute. And then the last one, you guys never saw this bag fabric. It's old. It's an old one. And I just had this chunk of it laying around that I can't make a bag out of. It wasn't big enough. And this fabric was, I think, from bags I'd made last year. And the inside is this spotted one that I had leftovers of from bags from last year. She had this leftover black one she used for me, but look at the zippers. Dead. Obsessed. So let's see. I've got a Stacey Nash kitted up in here, and I've got the Leela's Studio Autumn Quaker kitted up in this one. But so those were really, really, really exciting to get in the mail. So it's like, it is haul, but technically I, ordered it forever ago, but it's still considered haul, and I love them. Thank you so much, Diane. Okay. That is all my stitching. That went kind of quick. Okay. So I will show my bags. These bags I'm going to put up on Thursday. It's Tuesday, so in 2 days. I'm going to post these on Thursday. And this is going to be my last bag update online for a little while, because then I'll be going, school is starting, I'll be going to Acorns and Threads the first or second week of September. And then I've got to start like dedicating all my bag sewing time to Stitch West in October. And once I've got the bags that I'm bringing there finished, then we'll see how much time I have left as far as coming back to online. And then after the retreat, I'll go back to being online. So these are going up on Thursday. I'm really excited about all of them. They're so cute. It's fall and Halloween theme. The first one is this witchy herbal, I don't even know, it's just like this little witchy fabric. And I love the blue zipper, bring out the blue there was like mushrooms, these mushrooms and the feathers and stuff. I thought it was so cute. The charm was too thick for me to put my hawk moth on, but it's a mushroom. So cute. And the inside is this wild plaid. So cute. So there's that one. And then the pie bags. I thought these were so cute. It's a pie recipe. And the charm is a little pumpkin. And the inside is this really pretty rusty orange color. Okay, and then this one is the pumpkin kitties. So cute. And I got hanging cats. Hanging cats on the, what is that called? Zipper pull. And then the inside's this like vine colored green. Love them. You guys have no idea how hard it is for me to not keep all of these. Okay, this one is the fall doggies. They have little hats and scarves. And their charms are acorns. Some of them have acorns and some of them have pine cones. They're really cute. And the inside is this really pretty fall foliage. So there's those ones. And then the last one is these pink ghosties. I love the lilac zipper. I don't know. There's no lilac anywhere on it. Oh wait, there is some. The inside is where I got the lilac. Look how cute. It's like the most cutest pastel spoopy fabric ever. I love it. And the charm is a little ghost. I love these. Adorable. So those are my bags that I'll be posting this week. If you would like one, you just send me a message. I usually get them shipped out pretty quickly. So I post on Thursdays. I usually get them sent out by Monday because obviously weekend. Post office isn't open. Okay, that's all the stitching. So I'm gonna go into life stuff, and I didn't write down my shows. So let's see. What have we been doing? So we went to the lake for one last lake day with my sister-in-law and her kids, and it was, oh God, it's not like as warm as it, we have to have it be like, if it's not 90, I'm not getting in the water, okay? But my kids were, everywhere. I think the high it got up to about, sorry, there's something, that looked weird for a second. Train of thought. It was like 84, 85 by the time it was like peak afternoon, and my poor 3-year-old, she kept coming out of the water and her lips were like purple the whole time, and she was like, and you want to be done swimming? No, still swimming, just shivering and freezing. So that was our last lake day, probably for the year. So we were there for quite a while, enjoying the last of it. We had a dinner at my mother-in-law's house with my sister-in-law and her family and all the other siblings, because they are moving. They're gone. They've moved. So we're having a last dinner with them. A stitching day with Amy. It's always fun to have stitching day. But the storm, she had to pull her car in my garage because we got this crazy tornado warning. Like, a tornado warning is very rare around here because we're in the mountains. But even my house security system was going off, alerting us of the coming tornado. And so we were just standing at the windows, kind of watching out, and the clouds were doing a really freaky, they were kind of turning this way and spider webbing off, and it was freaky. And then the hail and rain started coming down. And I mean, it's been a long time since I'd seen a storm like that. It was wild. So that was fun. We've had a couple big storms the last few weeks, big rainstorms. And lightning. There was a lightning storm the other night. I swear, lightning struck 3 times in the same place, like at my neighbor's house. It was so close. It was cool though. I like storms. They're exciting to me. My kids get all scared, but I mean, they're just gonna have to learn. That's something I enjoy. So we've had some interesting weather. The average high is coming down though. It went from being high 90s to now it's like usually between 80 and 90, but it's getting cooler. Next week is supposed to really cool off, be like in the 70s, I think, which is kind of a relief. It was getting, you can't sit outside and enjoy the sun when it's 98 degrees. That's too damn hot. So it's kind of nice. The kids start school in a couple of weeks. They actually start school on my birthday. Their first day of school is on my birthday. They're like so stressed about it. Like, it's okay. We will celebrate. It's not a big deal. They don't understand that when you get over 30, like birthdays are whatever. What have we, I mean, that's really it. We just been kind of hanging out. I did refinish a dresser. That was a pain in the butt. Didn't enjoy doing that. But lucky me, I still have 2 more giant pieces of furniture to do. We smoked some ribs on Sunday. We've been eating a lot of corn on the cob and watermelon. That's what we've been doing. So yeah, dance is going to start soon. We went school clothes shopping at Walmart. That's where we get our school clothes. And we met my mom in town for lunch, and she likes to buy the kids' school shoes every year, which is a huge blessing. Have you priced out shoes lately? Jeez. Even Skechers. My son picked out, okay. This is kind of funny actually. So my 9-year-old, he's autistic. I know I've said that on here before. So he likes, you know, strange things. It's okay. But we were at the shoe store and he kept begging for light up shoes. I hate the light up shoes. I hate them. But my 3-year-old, she was getting some new shoes too. And she obviously got light up shoes because she's 3. And he was just like, his envy, his jealousy machine was just like revved up on high. And he was like, he was a good sport and he tried on a million pairs of shoes that I liked. And then finally I let him pick a pair of shoes that he really, really, really wanted. And they light up. They light up. It's okay. I told him this is probably the last year he's going to get light up shoes. He made the perfect argument though, like his logic. There's no fault in it. I said, you know, you're going to be 10 this year, and usually, you know, boys when they get 10 years old, they don't wear light up shoes. And he said, but Mom, why would they make them in my size then? You're right, buddy. Why? Why would they? I'm the fool in that scenario. So he got the light up shoes. It's fine. It's okay. It'll be fine. I told him if they are a distraction in class though, he'll have to turn them off. They have a power button. I thought that was convenient. So, so yeah, we got school shoes, we got clothes, got school supplies, ready to go for school. He's not excited. He does not want to go to school. My 7-year-old, very excited to go to school. She can't wait. My 3-year-old thinks she's going to school. She's going to be sorely disappointed when she has to stay home with me all day. Okay. Shows I've been watching. I should have wrote them down. We watched Rings of Power. We rewatched Rings of Power season 1 because season 2 starts in a week. The 29th, I think. I'm so excited. I thought season 1 was great. And so we rewatched that. You guys, I really wish I would have wrote these down. I've watched a bunch of true crime stuff. I watched a docu-series about Susan Powell on Hulu. She was kind of a like local case around here to Utah. That was just sad. I watched the one on Netflix called American Murder about Lacey Peterson out of California. Also very sad. But I mean, you just get into a mode with these and you just watch a million. I watched one on HBO called The Lost Women of Highway 20. And it was about a stretch of Highway 20 in Oregon that a bunch of women and girls had been found murdered. And they linked them to one guy. It was really interesting, actually. I watched another one. Oh, The Jinx. Did I tell you guys I watched The Jinx? That show. Because there are 2 seasons of The Jinx. That's on HBO. And I watched them all, you know, binged it. That man. Okay. If you've ever seen, what's that movie with the show with the brothers where they hunt demons? Supernatural? The demons, their eyes like go black, you know, when they're demoning. And that man, Bob, I can't remember his last name, from The Jinx. He had black eyes like that. Evil man. Black eyes. He freaked me out. Like he's a scary dude. That was very interesting. We watched Furiosa, which is a Mad Max saga film with Anya Taylor-Joy. She's being younger version of Furiosa. Charlize Theron played Furiosa in the first Mad Max. It's not the first Mad Max. There's like a billion. Fury Road saga is what I'm referring to. I thought it was really good. The driving sequences, I thought they were very, you know, just like in Fury Road. I liked it. I liked having more of her history. I thought it was interesting. So I did enjoy that. It was long though, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, that's a long show. God, what else did we watch? We've been watching our normal shows that have a new episode every week. I was really bummed on the last Sunday when there was no House of the Dragon. I missed that show already. So we started Game of Thrones over. We decided to start keeping track of how many times we watched Game of Thrones. I swear I just finished another show on Netflix and I wish I could remember what it was. I can't remember. I did start Yellowstone. So years ago, when there was only a few seasons of Yellowstone, I had started it. I think I've watched the first 2 seasons, but gosh, it was so long ago. And I just was like, couldn't get into it. But then, you know, recently we watched 1883 and 1923 and I loved those. And so I was like, I'm going to try, Yellowstone has 5 seasons, I think. So I was like, I'm going to try Yellowstone again. Now that I have some context and backstory to this family and the history of this ranch, I felt more invested and I'm loving it so much more. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites. I think having the history really helped me care more about the characters. Because if you just start with Yellowstone, like I don't really care for a lot of the characters. They're not likable, but maybe that's the point, that they aren't likable. So I'm enjoying that. I'm blowing through it, of course. I really wish I could remember what the other show was that I watched, because I remember it being good. But I don't remember. Next time. I'll talk about it next time. I'm super behind on Flosstube. I've caught up on a couple. I did watch a few people that had mentioned me's videos, but I'm just like, I'm really behind on Flosstube. When kids go back to school and I get my mornings back, I'll be able to watch Flosstube again. I'm getting really excited for Acorns. It's coming up. Getting very excited. Bernadette keeps sending me telling me what restaurants and places are nearby because we won't have a car, and just making me more excited. She's really good at that, finding places to eat. Oh, a little bit of news. I did end up backing out of Stitch North Canada spring 2025. A couple of my friends, so I was going to, like, you know, meet a bunch of friends, but, well, a bunch, you know, my few friends. But there were a few people that I was really excited about meeting up with there, and they're not going anymore, most likely. And so Bernadette and I were kind of just like, why are we going so far when we could just, like, go to Stitch West? That's an hour from, you know, an hour flight. So we I did end up canceling Stitch North. Someday I'll go to Stitch North. And I'm on the wait list for Stitch West spring. Hopefully I can get in and be a vendor again for that. So just a little bit of news, I suppose. And that really, I mean, is everything. It feels like I should have had way more to show and say, but that's all. Plans for stitching. I'm kind of falling headfirst into fall stuff. I do want to get George and Martha back out. I do need to get out my Hawkrun Hollow, Autumn Hawkrun Hollow. I haven't stitched on that for a few months. And its season is nearly here, so I do want to get that one back out. I'm looking down at my whips. I don't know. I'm not quite with Halloween stitching yet. I'm more like fall, feeling fall stuff versus Halloween. I know Baptist School is starting soon. And I'll be starting, maybe I should show that, because I think Baptist School is starting just in a few weeks. And I will be starting my first Moira Blackbird. This is called the Keep Me sampler. I don't want to take it out of the... I don't have a fabric picked for it yet. What size is it? 247 by 247. That's big. That's a big one. I'll probably do it on a 40 count. Maybe a 46. Probably a 40. And I am using... Hannah at Evertote made me a conversion out of Roxy Floss. So I'll be able to be using Roxy Floss for my first time. I'm really excited. Look at those colors. They're so autumnal and rich. Like, even these purples are just really autumnal, deep purples. Oh, so I'm really excited about starting this one. I need to look up when that sale starts. I need to pick a fabric still. But so that's going to be starting soon. Pretty soon, I think. Maybe even before my next video. But yeah. That is everything. Watch for my bags on Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked what you saw. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.